everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Michelle and we are going to be getting into The Bear episode 7 today. Now before we get into the reaction, if you all could drop a like on the video because it really helps the channel, it helps the video and the YouTube algorithm, and I'd appreciate it. Now, onto the intro. Last episode, we really delved a lot into Richie, who, coming out of that episode, I just felt like he might be struggling with depression. And I think the changes around him and the stagnation within him as everything's moving forward is really exacerbating this depression. It's probably a bit of a midlife crisis as well. He still wears his wedding band even though he doesn't seem to be with his wife anymore. I don't even know if they're married. The show really hasn't delved into that, but he still has that band on. Hearing Tina also describe kind of like how she's feeling in the restaurant and him kind of ragging on Sydney and Carmy, but at the same time, it's not like they're doing something bad. Not all change is bad. I think he was sort of pointing out the gentrification happening in the neighborhood. It seemed like that's what he was doing. And that's also like, I can see the sadness in that, like the neighborhood you grew up in and you've gotten familiar with is now changing into a direction that you're not fond of, or you don't feel like you have a place in, and that can be very unsettling. And it can be, it's like an existential crisis that a lot of people experience in their midpoints of their lives. But my hope is that Richie does settle into something. Like he does kind of, not necessarily, I don't want Richie to sort of break. If it's not natural to him kind of like working in this kind of environment isn't natural, I don't want him to completely change. But I do want him to find a utility in his life, because that diminished utility and usefulness in not just, how can I put it, in the lives in which you are held accountable to, like your workplace, your family life, your friends. If you no longer feel of use in those places, or it is a bit difficult to not feel needed. And I feel like that's what Richie's going through. And I wouldn't want him to, in order to fit, he has to completely change. I would rather him, yes, he does need to change certain aspects of himself and grow and evolve. Yes, absolutely. But not lose the essence of who he is, but still find a place for him in all of this is kind of what I want for Richie. And what I definitely want for Sydney and Carmy, I feel like their personalities work. At least that's what we saw at the top of the show. But I just think Carmy's in a place where he's not, I feel like he's not in a place where Sydney's at. You can have personalities that work so well together, but one person's in a different place where they just can't connect. And I feel like Sydney's natural, like he said, I called, your previous workplaces and they all said you're very impatient and very green. And I do see the impatience part of her, but it's a desire to probably feel like she's growing and always inventing. There's this innovation and there's this excellence there and a desire to grow that I feel like is so important to have. And I do think it's important to surround yourself with people who won't kill your spirit. If you're that kind of person, you don't ever want to kill the spirit of someone like that. So I do hope that Carmy finds a balance, and I hope they find a sweet middle where she can tell him these things and they can implement it, and she can feel that growth, and they can kind of grow the restaurant and the menu, but at the same time respect the fact that Carmy wants to allow the restaurant to settle a bit, allow everyone to settle and find some kind of calm. I like the relationship. I think it's a relationship that nurtures growth. If you get some two individuals who can naturally, how you find people who kind of naturally inspire that growth in you, like how they say pick the people you surround yourself well, like you are what you surround yourself with. I get the feeling they're two individuals who can push each other naturally just by being who they are. So hopefully once Carmy kind of settles a bit, they can find that even, because I do think Sydney has a wonderful spirit and I would hate for that to get killed. let's get into this episode and see where the beef is at. So grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you want your favorite reactions. Just get comfortable and let's get to.
Thank God you found us at 93.1 FM WXRT.
Okay.
I'm Lynn Bramer, your best friend in the whole world.
What am I listening to right now? Clearly a radio show.
This is Sufjan Stevens. This is Chicago.
I kind of like that beginning. That was a really cool intro. Did this always have a intro? It's like a little tribute to Chicago. I'm with it.
This writer, as all my readers know, is devoted to Chicago, and for better or worse, the neighborhoods are changing. I'm fascinated by Can the Windy City evolve without losing its true essence? We wonder at times if nostalgia clouds our judgment and creates an angry, which is why we have chose to revisit the beef of Chicagoland, a River North staple.
Aww.
The menu is slightly updated.
20 minutes to
Getting
open.
good reviews now.
Yes, chef, ready to go.
It's
And
so.
it's clear more
Is it just
changes
me or does
are
this place
coming.
look
Chef,
brighter?
stop reading that shit.
It looks brighter in here than it did in the first episode.
This was the risotto with braided beef. The rice was luscious with a surprising ribbon of brine running through the sauce. The
Oh,
Please, back to work. Thank you.
So,
did she?
Ribbon of brine, huh?
well, I gave a dish to a customer because
That
I didn't want it to go
was-
to waste. I obviously didn't know who
Chef.
was.
Oh my goodness. That was a reviewer?
Sorry.
Yo.
Louis got suspended. Louis, apologize to Jeff.
Oh,
Sorry, Jeff. Sorry, Louis.
that's your son?
He needs to know, you need to teach him how to work in the kitchen.
Today? Sure, Tina, today, the day we're running the new program. Chef Sydney, you got that, right?
Oh, I guess that's not her son? Or maybe it is and he's coming to work?
Go wait in Jeff's office and think about what the fuck you know, getting into trouble, doing dumb shit, is not interested in anything.
So you brought
and
him
he's
here?
Porque you told me you could teach him.
Teach him what exactly?
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Maybe ask before bringing him in. See if she's, but I get what Tina's trying to do. I like the idea, but maybe check with Sydney first.
Sydney accidentally left it at his table.
Accidentally.
Accidentally.
Let me ask you, what's the pickup on risotto? Feel like that's kind of crazy, right? We're not gonna do that.
No, we're not going to do that.
Oh, he's not fine with her giving him that meal, isn't she?
32 all day, chef.
32, thank you. Ibra, beef all day?
Yo,
100,
Ibra,
chef.
what's
100,
the action
thank
score?
you. Richie, go fuck yourself.
69 all day, chef.
And Mark,
69, nigga stupid.
faster, how many?
Start a little behind. I'm gonna catch up.
Marcus,
He's
if you're
always
still fucking
behind.
with those donuts right now, I'm going to fuck your day up. You hear me?
Yes, chef.
Thank you, chef.
Bravo! All right, boss lady, you did it. Got your little dish in the paper, a little to-go tablet. Everything's going according to plan, huh? What's your angle? Level with me.
My angle? My angle's that I was hired to work here, so now I'm working here. We all work in a restaurant, right? And we make food in the restaurant. We all try to do a good job. I don't know about you, but anyway, people come and they buy their food with money. That's it. It's business. The point of this is that it is a business, not some sort of
Okay. I kind of see the issue with what Sydney did. Giving that food to the guy, and now I get it. She didn't know it was a food critic. It was like she had an extra plate. She didn't want to throw it away, so she gave it to a random customer that was sitting there. Didn't know who it was, But now that it's in the papers, and if people come in requesting that and it's not on the menu, it's going to be like a turnoff. So it kind of boxes Carmy in, but at the same time, it's a good dish. But if they can't provide it, especially given the fact that they're doing the to-go stuff now, it's a lot. I kind of see the issue here. I don't think Sydney meant any ill intention, but there are consequences to this. And Richie can shut the fuck up. I can tell you that right now. Richie can shut the... If it's Carmy who's talking to her, I kind of accept it. But Richie's ass, he can kick rocks at this point. I don't want him pressing up on Sydney like this. He is the wrong person.
The end is that I was telling Richie that we are learning how to use the tablet, and it's good for business, and you and I agree.
Yes, your idea, but yes.
Your idea? Okay.
Chef,
Yes.
Sorry, I just don't feel like we're on the same page right now. I feel like we're not good.
Let's get through the day, please. What?
Oh no. Oh no, I don't want anything to happen to Sydney. I love her.
Fuck. Sid?
Okay, I don't know.
You left the pre-order option open.
Oh no, are these people all pre-ordering?
That means we have 78 slices of chocolate cake, 99 french fries, 54 chickens, 38 salads, and 255 beef sandwiches due up in 8 minutes.
Marcus, what the fuck are you doing still working on this shit?
Yo, come on, what are you tripping for?
Come
the
on,
cakes are
what
in
the
the
fuck
oven.
am I tripping
If
for?
I'm doing
Are
this
you
till they're done,
here right
it
now?
doesn't make a difference.
There's 4 cakes in... I'm doing them in 5, basically. I'm gonna order them in 5.
Stop. Everything. Fire everything right fucking now.
Okay, I'll fire everything now. I just was finishing
Step
talking
out.
to Marcus, and
Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Marcus.
Step, get
I'll order...
the fuck off my expo chef now! Get the fuck off!
This is so stressful.
Corner.
Oh, Jesus.
You didn't say corner. You didn't say corner.
Fuck.
You didn't say corner.
Fucking maniac.
It's your bullshit that fucked us today, not mine.
Chef, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fucking okay, Tina. Thank you.
Oh, you don't need to be screaming and shit. That's not you.
You know, maybe it is. Learn, or what Louis is supposed to learn in this shithole of a place. But please, just make sure he keeps up on pace and that you finish your shit.
Okay, yes, chef.
Finish your prep.
Yes, chef.
Still waiting on...
Oh, but I love that Tina checked on her. That's such growth.
Work!
Oh God, the stress.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
What does it look like? I'm helping you.
Don't. That's my vegetable. Let go and go away.
No, there's something broken in you, all right? You're being mean, and it's ugly.
You can't fucking do shit. You waste space here. You are a fucking loser. And that is why you hate that I'm here, right? Because I see you. You're the loser. I know it. Harvey knows it.
Okay,
His
can we
daughter
not do
probably
this
knows
right
it. Poor
now?
fucking girl.
Oh, not his daughter, Sydney.
Fucking thing you know
Why are
how
you
to
being
do.
such a fucking bitch
I
right
Why
don't
bring
now?
his
know,
daughter
Richie.
up?
Why am I?
Oh, you're gonna fucking
Yeah,
stab
maybe
me?
I fucking will.
Yeah.
Jardinera! Shut the fuck up!
Wrong. You know, I was trying to make a cake donut when it should have
Jesus
been.
fucking Christ! Put the goddamn right?
Why are you fucking with me? Why are you fucking with me? Why are you fucking with me? Huh?
Go make the
Get the
fucking-
fuck back to work!
Yes, go make
Move!
the cakes.
Everybody! Fucking idiot!
I agree. I'm Carmy right now.
The fuck up!
Yes.
Holy
Fuck!
fucking shit!
Motherfucker!
No, we have a customer out.
I got stabbed!
Oh shit!
Ibram, I got stabbed.
Probably fucking deserved it.
Oh my God, I'm Carmy right now. This is too much. This is too fucking much.
Where the fuck is Marcus?
Is Marcus quitting? Marcus, if you don't go get your ass in there and make some fucking cake.
Chef, we good? Chef, I can't hear you.
We are not good.
Is she leaving?
I quit is what's going on.
Quit?
Yeah, Chef. I
Right now?
fucking quit.
You quit right now.
Oh.
You are an excellent chef. You are also a piece of shit.
What are you doing?
This isn't on me.
What are you doing?
Good luck.
You forgot to you put pre-orders on. You put pre-order. I'm confused. Didn't Sydney accidentally left pre-order on the... Don't you eat that. Oh my fucking god, you nasty son of a bitch. It's like, that's good. The episode ended already. Okay, so this episode was just chaos. Like, chaos from beginning to end. Chaos. Fuckery. Accidents. Everything going wrong. Yelling. Anger. Frustration. Just take all of the things that have gone wrong in the previous 6 episodes, combine all that shit up, like combine it up and their stress levels, and that was this episode. It was 21 minutes of everything going wrong. Like, the level of wrongness was at 1,000, and it just kept piling on, and it wouldn't stop. And oh, Sydney, let's just start with Sydney. I feel like she is someone with good intentions. I definitely you know what okay, you know, maybe not Sydney, maybe every character is what I want to kind of just umbrella this. This episode was a culmination of everyone's flaws on full display. Everyone's worst traits were just racketed up. For not everyone. I feel like Tina was like maybe the exception. Tina Tina stood alone in just, I love that moment when she asked Sydney if she was okay. And you kind of get Sydney's snappiness. You wish she didn't snap and probably allow Tina to, like, if I get not being in this space to receive the comfort that Tina was trying to offer in that moment. But maybe if she had, she would have been able to calm herself a bit more and proceeded about her day a bit better. I take that back. There was nothing that was going to make that day better because they had a shit ton of orders coming in. But anyways, yes, I think that this episode just took all of the things that was never addressed in previous episodes for a lot of characters and kind of ripped them open in this one. I'm going to start with like the easiest one, which was Marcus. Marcus starts off the episode being behind, like he was already behind. He was focusing on his beloved donuts, and I understand, like he got, like, at first it was the cake, then he moved on to the donuts. But the thing is with Marcus, if your boss tells you to focus on the fucking cakes, you focus on the fucking cakes and put the donuts down for 2 seconds. Like, I like that the donuts taste good. You can tell he ate it off the floor and the bitch still tastes good. All of the germs of the floor did not like muddy up the taste of the donut. The donut was good and it was excellent, yes. But at the same time, I don't know, is that just me that feels like this is like, I think Marcus did say that he would be better at not falling behind, but it seemed like he fell behind again and got caught up in the donuts and didn't have the cakes ready, and Sydney was trying to get him to get the cakes ready because they had 58 slices and they weren't even cut. He was focused on the donuts and it looked like he walked out in the beginning. Like, I understand you have a passion, I understand you have all of these shining qualities, but we need the cakes and they're not even cut yet or like packaged, or, you know, they're not even ready. Like, dude, put the donuts down for a second and focus on what's at hand in front of you. And him then walking away because of the way Carmy reacted. And that's another thing Carmy needs to be better on. He has great qualities as a leader, but boy, does he have bad ones. So that's Marcus. I feel like Marcus needs to do better at finishing the task and prioritizing what needs to get done. The donuts is a passion project. that maybe can be implemented once Carmy's ready and the restaurant's moving smoother. Because when you implement things too quickly and you're not ready for it, you get this kind of like, you don't have trial runs and no one's engaged. You get this kind of shit, and mistakes happen and you get trapped, and then you feel like nothing's going well and you walk out. And it didn't have to be that way. This is an episode that didn't have to happen if everyone was like firing on the same page, but they're not. And I think that is also a reflection on Carmy as boss, as a leader. He does, like I said, he has great qualities, but I do think the yelling is a lot. And I get that's just part of his character, but I get his frustration. Everything just went wrong and he just yelled his way through it. Maybe not the best way to do it, because you need your people to stay on and get things going. Even though I do think it wasn't to any fault of his own. I get it, bosses can suck at times, but at this the review, since that's the name of the episode, the review, which kickstarted all of this. Sydney wanted to implement the short ribs, and I do think Carmy did say that he would. I think it was in episode 6, at the end of episode 6, he did seem okay with getting the short ribs on board. And Sydney did a good job. He said it was tremendous, but it wasn't perfect. He said the sauce needed to be thinned out a bit, which she clearly did. And she didn't mean anything when she gave it to this random customer. Like, she had an extra plate. She didn't want to waste and throw it away. So she's like, you know what? She gave it to a customer. Now, it had some big consequences, some positive, some negative, but I don't know what the appropriate, because I've never worked in a restaurant, so I don't know what the appropriate protocol was to do with that. Should Sydney have asked Carmy whether or not it was okay to give this plate to a customer and make it clear that this is not something that's on the menu? This is something we're trying out, we're tasting. And you know, I don't know what would have been, because like I said, never worked in a restaurant. I don't know if it's okay to give food to a customer that's not on the menu, but do you need to check in with your boss before you do that? And if that is something that is proper protocol, that's just customary, you make sure you ask before you do things like that. Then Sydney should have asked and made sure it was okay for her to give that plate. If not, then that is her kerfuffle. Now, it did lead to a positive review being written about them, but it did make Carmy feel uncomfortable, which I do think it is a bad thing to start the day. Why not, call Sydney to the office early and have a conversation, which she keeps wanting to do, but he doesn't want to get into it. I feel like they both have moments where they come up to each other, they ask, but the other says it's fine and shuts it down. And then there are moments where he comes up to her and asks, but she says it's fine and shuts it down. Even though if both parties were receptive in that moment to talk, they probably wouldn't have this issue. I think it's a break in communication. It's not that neither one of them doesn't want to hear it. It's just at times they just approach each other at the wrong time. But I do think as the boss of all of this, you need to address that kind of shit and make sure it doesn't happen, to make things clear, because that's the only way to really run a business and make sure things like that doesn't happen. Now, the whole pre-order things and the to-go thing, it was all of the wrong things happening at the same time. The to-go stuff, it was an honest accident. It led to like these, I think you may have an option on this to-go thingy, like an app or whatever, and you have an option to do pre-orders. And I guess you have the ability to put it on, or you have the ability to turn it off. And she left it on or accidentally switched it on, and it led to a shit fest. I don't know what you do there. Do you just cancel all of those orders? Like, sit down and cancel it, or write a note? Like, I don't know how you would go about it, but I just don't think that there was any conceivable way for them to get all of that done while also doing like, what do you call it? Like, you have to goes and then you have in restaurants, like you eat in the restaurant, or like you pick up a to go. Like, I don't think they could have done both, like all those pre-orders as well as a full day shift or a lunch shift or evening shift. It was just too much. And I think Carmy should have recognized that and then just addressed all of these pre-orders and shut that shit down. Find a way to like give people, like, I don't know, designate one person, like tell Sydney, you made a mistake. You're going to sit here on this computer and you're going to figure out a way to cancel all these pre-orders. It was an accident, but we can't possibly do this. Instead of putting all of that pressure and that stress on the restaurant to accomplish an impossible task, it wasn't going to get done, plain and simple. So he should have just found a way, like, what's the way in which we can cancel these orders? Does it reflect poorly on the store? Sure, it does. But ultimately, now you have 2 members of your staff walking away because tensions got high. Now Richie, fucking Richie, he gaslights the fuck out of Sydney, because 9 out of 10 times he's an asshole. 9 out of 10 times he's a fucker. 9 out of 10 times he's not looking to solve problems. He's only making things worse. He's dragging his feet. He's not listening. He's not being receptive to what's going on. He's a jackass through and through. And when Sydney does make a mistake, he revels in it. He plays like coy, he plays dumb, he gaslights, and it's frustrating to work with someone like that who likes to pretend that, you know, this is like you. Something went wrong. You made it. You made a mistake, and now you're out. Now you're out of your character. Because I don't think this is Sydney's like true nature, like her character. She steps out of herself, and that's the goal. They want to muddle you up, just as like that. I feel like that's people like Richie, who sees someone like Sydney who's on it. They want to take you out of yourself. They want, you know how they say, don't let someone get you out of yourself. Don't let someone pop that bubble and make you step outside of who you are and tarnish you or make you look bad. Stay away from people like that. I feel like Richie is someone who is looking to do that, particularly with Sydney, and he gaslights. He goes in and he pretends like he doesn't know like what's going on. Or you don't know why this person's upset, or you don't know why things are going this way. It's just, there's just like, it's like, you know, those people who wait for you to make a mistake and then they nail you with that smile. Like people who are 9 out of 10 times they're like fucked, like their lives are fucked up. Like she said, they're losers. They're 9 out of 10 times they're a loser, and when they see someone who's not, and they're accomplished and they're good at their work, and the second you make a mistake, they're on your fucking ass. And it's the fact that it's them, it's that person who's on you, that pisses you off even more. So I understand where everyone got frustrated. Personally, I think there was only really one right option, and that was for Carmy to figure out, like, maybe call Sydney in before the work shift starts. Ask her to come in early and let's have a conversation about everything that happened with this risotto and the short ribs and the review, and just be honest and have that conversation. I think as boss, you got to do shit like that. If there's tension, squash it. Secondly, the second those pre-orders sat down, Sydney made a mistake. She absolutely fucking did with that pre-order thing. You say, hey, this was on you. We can't possibly do this. I'm going to sit you down here for the day. You're not going to run the kitchen. You're going to sit here and you're going to figure out how to cancel all this pre-orders. Make sure these people get their money back. Make sure they're alerted. If you have to call the website, whoever this app is or whatever, and figure something out, because this can't happen today. Because that's just too much stress for a kitchen. And Carmy went about it all wrong. But I do think everyone's flaws were on display here, except for like Tina. Tina was the angel today. And I love that growth so much. But this is a great episode. It was a short one. It was like, I feel like it was the powder keg, and maybe the next one will be like like how does everything get resolved. But I do definitely think both Sydney and Marcus quit. Only Sydney said that she quit. Sucks. Really sucks. I kind of feel bad for everyone but Richie. don't feel bad for him. He's an ass. Just a straight ass. Like, I would hate to have to work with someone like that. Just an ass who's not looking to make anybody's day, let alone their day, smoother. Like, don't you just want to get in and get out? And like don't you want a productive day? I don't know. I don't get people like that. I stay far away from that. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all for the next episode. Take care, everyone. And a special shout out to the patrons: Midgie, Tawny, See-Through Battle Monsters, Tyler, Juan, Beto, Freddie, Marcella, Gabrielle, Alicia, Carmdal, Sushi Senpai, Cozy Cobra, Gazelle, Maddie, Victoria, Queen Lydia, That Weird Person, Shirley, Salty, Cammy, Klaus, Cersei, Kachan, Nino, Donovan, Nicole, Sayla, Nathan, Casey, Liam, Pierre, Glitchy Glam, Autumn, Soapy, Morgan, Jordan, Zach, Nandy, Jess, Alexander, Max, Ricky, Jake, Amario, Jamie, Jesse, Mate, Jalil, Melissa, Teddy, Sebastian, Ann Van, Crystal, Soul, Jacob, Rosa, Aslan, Jordan, Gul Galnan, Bobo, Maria, Alex, Mads, Vivisha, Karen, Bree, Jackie, Sammy, Alexander, Erica, Julieverse, Jill, JD, Jacob T, Sarah, Melissa, Christine, Uga, James, Valerie, Julia, Oliver, Sam, Michael, Mr. Nobody, Jamie, Harper, Caitlin, Velasca, Ethan, Miko, Emma, Sam, Jay, Arfinway, Melanie, Brenda, Nate, Becky, Courtney, Mel, Ted, Axel, Diego, Santina Moore, The Winter Times, Janny, Zach, Dominic, Wendy, Ash, Valario, Zachary, David, Kage, Darren, Jean, Nathaniel, Karen, Christian, Rob, Danny Girl, Marcus, Omar, Randy, Kueller, Dwayne, Logan, Sarah, Alex, Seb, Samuel, Jaden, Viliana, Lima, Barbara, Laramia, Oliver, Villy, Ignorance, Reno, Academy BTS, America, Heidi, Jasmine, Codpier, Mel, Madeline, David, Power, Matthew, Haley, Chelsea, Estrella, Axel, Cade, Eric, Nina, Rafiki, X, Toby, Andrew, Demetrius, Tiffers, Genevieve, Rip, Maurice, Dismitri, Aldebaran, Tor, Nick, HBK, iTaco, CD, Eric, The Dingo, Lit King, Koala Banana, Chat Mocha, Chris, Sealor, Treya, Matt K, Ito, Emily, Joseph, Flash, Theo, Paige, Alexander, Ingrid, Chase, Enid, Larissa, Joe, Alan, Riley, Smegs, Indra, Joshua, KL, Ash, Malik, Muda, Wombly, Endless Chi, Robert, Paul, Daryl, Clef, Eric, Danny, Michael, David, Ria, Kiera, No, Felix, Sunchi, That Roach, Todd, Kennedy, Codename Witch, Aaron, Villy, TK Slaw, TheBest.com, Perry, Multi-Potential TV, Aki, Lamalia, Rami, Noah, Brandon, and Amos. Thank you all so much, everyone. Take care.